Hello, my name is Tatag Wijaya. I'm from D3 Pharmacy Politeknik Wijaya Study Program. My student number is 222025. Now, I will give my opinion about case 30. I think hospitals should not act on mom's wishes and take girl sperm while she was in a coma without her explicit consent, because without girl's explicit consent, the procedure, which involves surgical intervention, cannot take place. Then, when a woman wants to use her late husband's sperm to fertilize her partner, there are several humans involved. First, the woman herself. We have to ask ourselves whether it is in the woman's best interest to begin a pregnancy process that will end with an orphan baby, raising it through hardship, no support from a partner, especially as it was said earlier that they have not decided to have a child because they want to have good finance first. One could say it may have been terrible for this woman, while others would say that she had the right to decide how to live her life and how to mourn her husband. Second, the late husband. There are two big questions. First, should we consider the person a human? Most writers in the field of literary ethics consider the dead to be human. Therefore, they have dignity and we must consider their wishes. This approach holds that dead people are not living human beings, and as such, they have no dignity. Therefore, we don't have to take into account their base wishes and interests because they do not exist. Another question is whether we say that this deceased person still self-respect. How do we know if what is extracted has sperm in its best interest? Does he want a baby if she can raise it? Do he want children with the particular woman? And the last, the future baby. Is he a human? Should we consider the best interest? Article 1 of the United Nations Declaration on Humanity Rights 1948 states that all men are born free and equal dignity and rights. Some argue that since the future of this child not yet born, especially not yet an embryo, do not have rights, undignified, and we cannot and should not consider it its interest. But even if we agree to recognize his dignity, it will be impossible to do so. Evaluate the benefits and disadvantages in his future life. Additionally, the court also concluded that it would be inappropriate to infer any agreement between the parties' passion to collect, preserve, and use his semen to impregnate his wife, and more specifically, to do so after her death. The court decisions refers to prospective children. Court states that in conditions like this, the best interest of the child will be the priority, not served by being realized and in a way that at that time and the circumstances referred to by a mob. Such a child would never do it has the prospect of getting to know his father. Such a child will come to realize that was not sought to be born during life father. Such a child will have no succession rights under state or state law rights under the Compensations for Relatives Act, arising from the circumstances leading to the death of the father. Besides, it should the circumstances of the child's conception are known. The people in its society may tend to view children as different children, not happy children situation, especially for a child. This consideration mitigate decision approving the possibility of conceiving a child in the present case. Any from medical intervention requires informed consent, and every effort should be made to ensure that the consent, if given, is explicit as expressed in Article 6.1 of the Universal Declaration on Bioethics and Human Rights. The agreement expresses the patient's wishes and demonstrates that we are acting to intensify the patient's honor as an inseparable part of the autonomy to which he is entitled. It is important to stress that in carrying out the relevant wishes, the goal must be seen from the patient's viewpoint. This must be taken into account when executing a medical intervention. As to the child interest, some would say that since the child is not born yet, we can consider his benefits and harms. However, we should try to think whether it is his best interest to come to life without a father. That's my opinion. Thank you.